everyone, it's your girl Valerie Claire. Welcome back to Netflix Movie Monday. This is the second episode in this series that we do every Monday that we have something interesting to talk about. So today we're going to be talking about the new Netflix release, To All the Boys, Always and Forever. So To All the Boys, Always and Forever is the third movie in this series of Netflix movies. I think it was released like on Thursday or Friday, so I decided to watch it over the weekend and share my thoughts on the movie with you all. Remember, this is a review, so there's going to be a lot of spoilers. If you have not seen this movie yet, I recommend totally to go watch it on Netflix and then come back and hear my thoughts on the movie. So let's jump right into it. So in the movie right before this one, Lara Jean and her sisters and her dad decide that they wanted to learn more about their mom, who passed away a little while ago. So they decided to go to South Korea for spring break to kind of learn more about their Korean culture that they inherited from their mom, who is Korean, and to just kind of explore and just, get to know where she came from. So pretty much during this whole time, Lara Jean is feeling super anxious because her and Peter have planned that they are going to go to Stanford University in California after they graduate, which they're in their senior year, so this time is quickly approaching. And he already got a sports scholarship, so he's pretty much set, and she's still waiting to see if she's going to get in, which of course is causing her a lot of anxiety because their entire plan is contingent on her getting accepted into Stanford University. Finally, one night at dinner, she gets notification that her application status has been updated, and she goes to check and turns out that she was rejected. So I guess this was like the final day where the school was notifying everyone of their application status, whether or not they got in. So then Peter texts her wanting to know what would happen if she got in. So at the same time she gets this text from Peter, she gets an incoming text from her sister, who she was having an argument with a few minutes before, asking if they're okay. And she sends a text to her sister saying, of course, love you. But what she doesn't realize is that she actually didn't press on the text of her sister, and she pressed on the text from Peter. So she ends up responding to Peter, of course, love you, which is 100% misleading because he just asked her if she got in, and she pretty much just said that she did, which is not true. So she's freaking out because he's super excited and she doesn't know what to do. Not only does he send her a congratulatory text, but he shows up at her house like 5 minutes later with this big old truck decorated and all these Stanford stickers and everything. And I'm like, how did you get all of that arranged in like 5 minutes? Like, come on. Then they go out to get pancakes to celebrate, and he's just so happy, so excited that they're going to the same school. It seems like their plan is working out, that she just does not have it in her to tell her that the text was a mistake and she actually got rejected. And I can kind of understand how Lara Jean is feeling in this situation, because she seems like the type of person who does like to have a plan. She does like to know what's happening in her life, know what she's going to do with her life, and it's disappointing to her to have had this plan with Peter and for it to just not be going according to plan at all. So finally, a few days after that, she hears that she got into Berkeley, which is an hour away from Stanford University, and she's pretty excited about this because she feels like it'll be easier for her to break the news to Peter that she didn't get into Berkeley with the fact that she didn't get into Stanford with the fact that she got into Berkeley, which is only an hour away. Therefore, as she reasons in her mind, their relationship doesn't have to end because they can still visit each other. So they happen to visit New York City on their senior trip, and on this trip they get broken up into different groups to go and explore the city, and she happens to go to NYU's campus and immediately falls in love with the place. They go to a party, and she can just, everything, the music, the atmosphere, the things she's seen throughout the day, everything just kind of hits her, and she realizes that she can really see herself living here. And even later on, when she's on the phone with her sister Margot, she is telling her that she can totally see herself studying in New York and that she really, really loves the city. Eventually, she does muster up the courage to tell Peter that she wants to go to NYU, and she's kind of made her mind up that this is what she wants, and he's he was willing to bend, you know, on her going to Berkeley instead of Stanford because it wasn't too far away. But now he's like, well, New York is like really, really far away, and he's just kind of quiet and just really isn't saying much about it. But he is assuming that it can work out because she would transfer after 1 year. And I don't know, Peter is kind of being a little too controlling for my liking, because he's not even like suggesting like, oh, like would it be a possibility for you to stay there for a year and then transfer to Stanford after your freshman year. Like he's just like, oh yeah, like we're gonna do this, it's gonna be fine, you're just gonna come back to California after 1 year. And it's like, well, what if I decide I don't want to come back? So she tells him that. She was like, well, I wasn't planning on coming back, like I'm trying to go there like for the next 4 years. And at this point he really doesn't know what to say. I mean, what can you say? I mean, okay, good for you, like, you know what I mean? It's like you don't want to be the person that gets in the way of someone else's dreams, but at the same time it's like, well, we did have plans, and this is kind of hard for me to hear that you're not even considering the possibility of coming back, which is like makes sense, because it's like, why should she? Like, these are her dreams, this is obviously something that she's passionate about. Why should she have to give that up just to be with you? Like, you're not that important. Okay, so fast forward to their prom night. Lara Jean decides to have Peter spend the night, but he doesn't, you know, really want to do anything. He says it feels weird. Lara Jean eventually tells him that she wants to sleep with him because she feels like he's been distant since she told him she wants to study in New York. And Peter's like, well, of course I've been distant. You literally are choosing to be as far away from me as possible. So he decides that they should end their relationship because he doesn't want to put it off for 3 or 6 months or however long it lasts. So he's pretty much saying that if she moves to New York, there's no way their relationship is going to last, so they should just end it now instead of prolonging the heartbreak and, you know, pretending like this is something that is actually going to work out. So fast forward to a few days later, it's the night of Dan and Trina's wedding. Peter returns her yearbook to her with this long letter in it saying how much he loves her, and he does want to try to make the long distance thing work because according to him, that's what you do when you love someone. So by the end of the story, that's pretty much what happened. Lara Jean goes to NYU, Peter goes to Stanford, and it's assumed that because they love each other so much, they're convinced that they are not going to be one of those couples that breaks up, and they are just going to do whatever they have to do, and then after 4 years they will be together physically again. So that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this review as much as I've enjoyed reviewing it for you. I don't know if they're making a 4th video in this series. I will look that up and have that information in the description if anyone wants to know. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit the all bell because my views have been kind of low, and I think that maybe not everyone has been getting notified every time I post. So make sure I think when you hit the subscribe button, there's none personalized at all, so make sure to hit the all bell so you always get notified every time I post. I would really, really appreciate it. I will have pictures of this look on my Instagram, so you can go ahead and check that out. The lashes are in the style Bratty from juicybundles.com. I will have information below. Also, on top of my brown lipstick, I am wearing like a pinkish, nudish lip gloss called Roasted Chestnuts from the brand Glosses by Sio. I will have her website also in the description, so go ahead and click that link and buy something if you want to, and make sure to use my code at checkout to save 20% on your purchase. Other than that, thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, if you have any suggestions for movies that you want me to watch, write them in the comments, send them to me on Instagram or Twitter. I will make sure to watch them for upcoming Netflix Movie Monday episodes. So go ahead and do that if you have any recommendations, and I'll see you in the next video.